To begin our celebration, we're going to have a poem that is going to be read by Magdalena Gomez. Magdalena is the 2019-2020 Poet Laureate for the City of Springfield. She is a writer, she is an educator, she is a phenomenal woman in every sense of the word. Please welcome Magdalena Gomez.
Thank you, Ms. Colton. It's an honor from you. Thank you. Before I begin, I want to thank every person who laid this foundation, the people we don't see, the people who put the bricks up, the floor, the carpet, the chairs. Those were made in a factory somewhere. I just want to say thank you to the ones we don't see, and thank you to the ones we do. And I wrote this in honor of a city that values literacy. Congratulations to all of you. My mother could not read or write until the age of 60, and I'll share with you my library story. In Spanish, Biblioteca is library, coming from, of course, the Greek biblios for books. La Biblioteca is a doula. When my saddle shoes were too big, so they might last beyond the year, I ran away from home, where yelling to be heard by the unheard rattled in my skull, burial ground of secrets. One foot met the other like long-lost friends, awkwardly skipping their way into Saturdays towards stacked, protective fortresses from childhood's dark labyrinths, where underestimated eyes of innocence found immortal truths. They understood more deeply than those tall ones with the sour faces who had dropped their smiles on brutal roads of hunger, on endless days of earning just enough to make ends meet, at the end of fists that grabbed too much. A library door, where I found my Narnia, where I fell in love with Emerson, where I read Chinese poets and wrapped myself in the silk of their words, of punctuation strung like pearls, stitching together the stops, the starts, the questions, the breaths, the echoes, the exclamations, unleashed from a soul so new to the world and so old to life, where I stood on tippy toes to reach the longings of humanity, to find myself, gathering lost smiles into dreamscapes of resilience, where I found my Narnia, fell in love with Emerson, with Chinese women poets. Musty books perfumed my imagination. Crisp books fell open into my tiny hands like tomorrow's gold that promised there would always be enough in this temple where everything was possible, where now, pressing into winter's whim, I am consoled by the velveteen rabbit. Thank you.